Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. Now we have breaking news on both Viktor Gyökeres and Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, Jesus is in the news today, and I've always been adamant that I don't think Gabriel Jesus can be sold with that ACL injury. But could it actually be a possibility? Could Arsenal actually end up getting significant money for him, or is it just going to be a case of clearing the wages? But first, let's start with Viktor Gyökeres. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed this exclusive. Viktor Gyökeres and his agent Hassan Sentinkaya on their way to London now. So by that time, by now, they're maybe 20 minutes away from arriving because this was more than an hour ago. Gyökeres said for Arsenal Medical as he only wanted to join them. Here with Santinkaya, key to waive his commission to help his client to sign for the club he wanted. Absolutely amazing. There they are, the two of them now traveling to London. Probably they've arrived by now. He will undergo his medical and then he will be traveling with Berta to join the rest of the team in Asia. This is the big deal that we've wanted to happen. He's now going to be officially our sixth signing. Most people wanted it to be our first signing, but hey, my thing was, get it done before preseason. We haven't quite gotten it done before preseason, but we finally gotten it done. I mean, the aim was to get him before preseason, but there was obviously delay with Sporting. I don't think most of it was Arsenal's fault, and they've managed to get the deal that they wanted. Eventually, we're not just going to pay them, money for appearances. Also, goal contributions will be a factor for us to give them those add-ons. So I cannot wait for Gyökeres to get started in an Arsenal shirt. Obviously, he's not going to feature against Newcastle. It's already too late. His medical will be done on the Saturday. The game is being played on the Sunday, so it's just not going to be possible. But for the Tottenham game, he will be making his debut. Crazy, man. His debut will be against Tottenham, and his competitive debut for Arsenal is going to be against Man United. That is absolutely crazy. Two of the teams that we hate the most, those are the two teams that Viktor Gyökeres is going to be making his debut against, and he'll be wearing the number 14 shirt as confirmed earlier today by David Ornstein. Very iconic shirt. Thierry Henry wore that, Aubameyang wore that. Very, very iconic shirt. Theo Walcott wore that, and recently Eddie Nketiah wore it, and it didn't really go well for Eddie. Many people did not want him to get that shirt, and the last player who had that, Aubameyang, led us to the last trophy that he won, the first trophy that I won, and the last one that he won for us. And Gyökeres having the number 14 shirt is going to be iconic. There's a couple of crazy stats on that one. The time, August 17th, the time we're going to be playing the Man United, the day we're going to play Man United, that is Thierry Henry's birthday. That is so crazy. The fact that we could have Gyökeres scoring, the winning goal, you are in the number 14 shirt against Man United, on Thierry Henry's birthday, that would be absolutely fantastic. That is, whoever is writing that script is cooking. Whoever wrote that script is absolutely cooking. So I cannot wait for him to get started in an Arsenal shirt. I literally cannot wait. So Tottenham debut on Thursday. The fee is going to be £54.8 million and then 8 million in add-ons. And the add-ons, we were shown earlier today how the add-ons are going to be divided today. This is how Ben Jacobs said it's going to be broken down. This is what he had to say. So in terms of the breakdown, we are going to pay them every 20 games that he plays 45 million plus. They're going to get 1.25 million up to 5 million euros. So I guess that is up to 80 games, and then they're going to give them a total of 5 million euros. So every 20 games that he plays, we send them 1.25 million euros. I'm guessing you're going to send them at least 2.5 million euros this season, because I'm expecting him to play at least 40 games. And then what Sporting wanted is they wanted the 20 goal. They didn't want the 20 goal contributions. They wanted it to be more games and more Champions League qualifications for us to give them those add-ons. And they wanted the add-ons basically to be guaranteed. But Arsenal managed to break it down and negotiate it more, so that we feel like the signing worked. Because if he gets 20 goal contributions, it means the signing has worked. So every 20 goal contributions, they get 500k up to 1 million euros. So it's not like every 20 goal contributions they're going to get money for the next 10 years. No, the first 20 goal contributions is going to get they're going to get 500k, and then for the next 20 goals they're going to get another 500k, and then that is it, full stop. You're not going to pay them any more money when it comes to goal contributions. And then every seasonal qualification for the UCL league phase, 1 million up to a limit of 4 million. So I'm guessing if we qualify for Champions League this season, they get 1 million, and then if we qualify for the Champions League for the next 3 seasons as well, they get 1 million every time you qualify for the Champions League. I'm guessing that is how it's going to work out. So I would expect the games they will get that 5 million euros, unless gets an injury or something, but I doubt they're going to get that money. For the Champions League, you'd expect Arsenal to be qualified for the Champions League. They will get that money as well, and also for the goal contributions. Now that one we wait and see. We are hoping that he gets 20 plus goal contributions. If he gets that, if he actually gets 40 in one season and they get that 1 million in one season, that means Gyökeres has crushed it completely this season and he's had an unbelievable season with 40 plus goals. So if that happens, and surely if that happens, that means we are winning something somewhere, surely. So that is how the add-ons are going to be broken down. That is what it was. That was what was being discussed, because at first, there was, they wanted the add-ons like 2.5 million when he plays 20 games, another 2.5 million when he plays another 20 games. So they had to negotiate that quite a lot for that deal to get over the line. So yeah, that will be interesting. Now, Hand of Arsenal earlier today said that Viktor Gyökeres and his family were in tears, and when Berta congratulated them on the striker's move to Arsenal being complete. It's absolutely fantastic. There's nothing that beats a player who really wants to join you. That is absolutely exciting. A player who fights to join you, rejects his former manager, rejects other clubs who are interested in him just to join you. That is absolutely fantastic. And as David Ornstein reported earlier as well, he will be getting the number 14 shirt. This was the tweet from David Ornstein. He says Arsenal reached total agreement with Sporting Lisbon to sign Viktor Gyökeres. Sporting grant 27-year-old striker permission to travel. Medical schedule for Saturday. Sweden international expected to wear iconic number 14 shirt as new Arsenal front man. I cannot wait for him to get started, man. We've waited for a striker for a long time, and this is a big deal for us. And here it is. Viktor Gyökeres boarding the plane. I don't know if I can show you that, but there it is. Viktor Gyökeres boarding the plane right there with his agent a few hours ago. On the way to London. I cannot wait for him to get started. And yeah, that is it. He's boarding the plane. By now, I think he's already arrived. So that will be very interesting to see. The medical, everything, man. This is big, man. The medical is usually something normal, but Gyökeres medical, we are excited about all of that. I cannot wait to see his past his medical. He's flying to Singapore, to Hong Kong. I cannot wait for all of that to happen. It's going to be an absolutely huge deal for us. So welcome to Arsenal, Viktor Gyökeres, very, very soon. Now, I thought, when it comes to sales, I thought it was going to be, Reece Nelson moving on, Fabio Vieira moving on, Lokonga moving on, Karlheim moving on, and then if there's a couple of surprises, maybe Zinchenko moving on, maybe maybe Martinelli Trossard, one of them moving on. But one player that I've always said I don't think is going to move on because of the injury is Gabriel Jesus. Now, Gabriel Jesus has picked up his second ACL injury earlier this year. I think it was January. He actually was on good form at that point. He had scored a hat-trick, a double, 5 goals against Crystal Palace in like 4 days. He was looking good. I think he had also scored against Brentford. But unfortunately, against Newcastle, he picked up that ACL injury. It's the second one. And ACL injuries are not good at all. Now, I've always said that I don't think it's going to, be sold, because how we are not going to sell someone who's currently injured with an ACL injury. The only thing that you can do, this is what I thought, the only thing you could have done, is to do what we did with Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu, canceled his contract and he left, and it was a mutual agreement. So Arsenal did not have to pay Tomiyasu anything to leave. But for Gabriel Jesus being one of the highest paid players at Arsenal, would he really just want to cancel his contract? Or because he's 28 years of age, still right now should be his prime. He could easily say, I'm just going to stay at Arsenal, get that 265,000 a week up until I get someone else to come in for me, then I'm going to leave. But we are being told right now that Andrea Berta is exploring the potential sale of Gabriel Jesus this summer. Clubs in his native country of Brazil have inquired, as have some European clubs. Let's see if his situation develops further. Now, I'm still doubting that it's possible to sell him. Now, Brazilian teams can come in for him, but how much money are we going to get for him? He's currently injured. Surely you're not going to get like 20 million or 25 million for Gabriel Jesus when he currently has an ACL injury, unless they really have big plans for him and they think he's going to recover fully and is going to shine for them. I just can't see it happening. If we sell Jesus today, we are talking about 10 million or something. Now, will that money help towards signing other players? Maybe, I don't know, but I've never thought Jesus will be sold. Am I open to letting go Jesus go? Yeah, I mean, if you look at his numbers, I mean, he was very good in the first season. He's one of the players that helped us compete for the Premier League title when he came with Zinchenko. They were very good. I mean, he scored 11 goals that season before that ACL injury during the World Cup. And I would go as far as saying maybe if Gabriel Jesus doesn't pick up that ACL injury at the World Cup, maybe we go on to win the league that season because he was very good in most of the games before that point. But if you look at overall the 3 seasons at Arsenal, I know he's had injuries, but 26 goals for the 3 seasons for the main Arsenal striker, that doesn't work out. You know, we want 26 goals in one season from our striker, not in 3 seasons. And I know he's had injuries. I know he's had games where he's coming off the bench, where he's getting subbed off. But 96 games in total, 26 goals, that is just not enough. Let's be honest. For the main striker at Arsenal, if you compare with someone like a Haaland, who scored like 60 goals in one season, you know, we want that from someone like a Gyökeres. So we are exploring a way to move him out. I don't think we're going to get that much money in terms of selling him. I don't think big clubs are going to come in for him because he has that ACL injury, unless he recovers between now and August. And he's currently training, light training, but I don't know if you're going to get significant money for him. That's why it's always been in the back of my mind that you can sell Jesus. I've always thought you're not going to sell him. Now, where it's going to be big for us to let him go is the wages. Gabriel Jesus is the second highest paid player at Arsenal at the moment. He gets paid 265,000 per week. That totals to almost 14 million per year. That's a lot. His contract is expiring in 2027. And obviously, at the moment, even if Jesus comes back, I mean, funny enough, we were talking about Jesus on the live show 2 hours ago, and I asked you guys, who would you prefer to be back up to Gyökeres? Would you prefer Havertz or would you prefer Jesus? Who would you prefer to be back up to? Viktor Gyökeres. But those wages, both of them are on very high wages, and if we are paying Jesus 265,000, and we are planning to extend the contracts of players like Saliba and Saka. Saka is currently on 195,000. If we extend it, you're going to give him like 295,000. He's going to be the highest paid player. William Saliba is currently on 190,000. We could push that 290,000. You could add another 100,000. Both of them will be now the highest paid players at Arsenal. And there's other players. If you want to sign Eze and players like that, how much are you going to give them? Obviously, we've just recently extended the contracts of Gabriel, Nwaneri, Lewis Kelly, put them on, good wages. I think Lewis Kelly is going to be paid 40,000 a week, a big improvement from what he was on before. So all that. So we're going to wait and hear the numbers exactly. Zubimendi is on 75,000 a week. Who else? Calafio's on 120,000. Zinchenko, Calafio is not going to be so, but Zinchenko, who's also been linked to the move away, is currently on 150,000 per week. So all that money can be used elsewhere. It's definitely a lot of money that we can save. But, are we going to get significant money for him when we sell him? I don't know. I thought the earliest we could have sold him is January. So let's see how it's going to go. But we're exploring a move to sell Gabriel Jesus. Gyökeres has arrived in London now for his medical, and he will be our new number 9. Our new number 14, our new number 9 in terms of position, but the new number 14. So I don't know. Would he have wanted the number 9 if they knew Jesus would be sold, or is he happy to have the number 14 for Thierry Henry? Let's see how it goes. But that's the latest. Very interesting. Very, very crazy, man. So much is happening at Arsenal right now. Now Jesus is being linked to the move away. Let's see what is going to happen over the next couple of weeks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.